So basically, the police guy from Australia come forward yesterday and said, the head of the police there, and said it's now a serious crime investigation with a serious crime team, because they said they have kind of ruled out everything else. They have, I might as well just play the video, mightn't I? Can I get this up? Hello? Hello? Good day.
50 kilometres.
Let's see if I can see it.
A little boy vanished in South Australia's vast outback. 4 months on, a shocking development.
I'm also declaring the disappearance of Gus Lamont to be a major crime.
Gus was last seen on September 27th on his family's remote Oak Park sheep station
Why is she
near
talking like
Yunta,
that?
about 350 kilometres north of Adelaide.
Why is she talking like that?
Police.
I'm so sorry. He was playing outside in the outback. Why is she talking like that? I just want the... No, I can't listen to her. All right, Sheila, fuck off. I need to get some of her... I want them to come on and go like bingo bongo. Not fucking giving me shit. Don't you start with me, lad. This is what I want. Oh, I know.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Here today...
It's 39 minutes long. I'm just going to tell you in a normal accent. Put a shrimp on the Barbie. Yeah, so basically it said they've done searches, they've done everything they can to find Gus, and it become quite apparent that Gus hadn't just walked off. Now, he's wearing brightly coloured clothing, they've covered the water there twice, they've gone out and looked everywhere, there's not been a single shoe print, there's not been a t-shirt, a hat left behind, nothing. So they said at this point they have a suspect, and the suspect is living in the house he went missing from, and it's not the parents, basically. So he basically said it was one of the grandparents, right? And he said that he had gone and on the 14th and 15th of January, he had executed a massive search warrant. He had taken tracking devices off motorbikes and cars. He had taken phones and stuff like that. And he said, we're now doing forensic exams on those items. He did say he hoped Gus was still alive. The homicide team are now involved. I honestly do think that something has happened towards Gus. But the only other thing we know is the grandma hates the father. So we maybe could think it could be some kind of revenge and they're keeping him somewhere, like pray to God. But I just don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, he's been gone since September. So we do have this article today in which the grandmother... Where has it got it? Where did I put it? How many pictures do I do? Oh, this one. We have this one today that I'll show you. Oh. Gus Lamont's grandparents break their silence after police reveal one of his family members now a suspect. You know his grandmother here? I'm struggling not to see a certain celebrity. Anyone else? I'm seeing a celebrity there so badly and I literally can't unsee it now. I didn't think so, I just put it on the big screen. I'm not going to say who it is because I think it'd be very uncouth of me, but I wonder if she can fix it. So Gus Lamont's grandparents have broken their silence after police reveal one of his family members is now a suspect in his disappearance and suspected death. Gus's parents, Josie and Shannon Murray, said the family have cooperated fully with the investigation. Do you remember the media went out there to speak to her and ask her if she had seen Gus or anything? And she come out with a shotgun and she was going mental. Get the fuck off my land. Bingo, bongo, bush kangaroo, you better get your fucking ass out of here. Do you remember? Sorry, I got really carried away. Sorry. Do you remember that? You put fucking hell. I know that was a lot, but it was a bit like that. We are absolutely devastated by the media release of the major crime, they said in a joint statement with their solicitor. It's weird that you got a solicitor if you've done anything wrong, to be fair. So the South Australian police said yesterday a family member who resides at Oak Park Station, which is where... I got right into it then. I literally got my fucking didgeridoo out. So Josie has hired Adelaide criminal lawyer. And he's got a criminal lawyer as well. Not even, like, do you know what I mean? A criminal defence lawyer. Detective Superintendent Daryl Falecki said the officer in charge of the state's major crime division said they had uncovered inconsistencies in accounts surrounding the day that Gus went missing. We've identified a number of inconsistencies and discrepancies with the information as relates to the timeline and the version of events provided to us by the family members. As a result of these inconsistencies and investigation into them, a person who resides at Oak Park Station has withdrawn their support for police and is no longer cooperating with us. So Gus was in the care of Shannon when his mother Jessica and Josie, who was a transgender woman, were tending to sheep about 10 kilometres away. Police said Shannon was the last person to see Gus around 5 p.m. He was playing in the sand outside the homestead. And he, like, if you haven't followed this case with us, like, the area Gus went missing from was so remote. It was, you know, yeah, at some point you're going to see something. They had heat-seeking helicopters out there. They were looking for, like, I think it was like a Minion bright blue T-shirt, a little hat he had on, and nothing was ever spotted. And after all these months, it has not been spotted. And this is where they live, in this little sheep station here. So I just find it really unbelievable to believe that not anything would have been found. So his father, Josh, was living 2 hours away from Oak Park and was not present when his son disappeared. And he's the only one I've really seen show real. His parents look Amishy. That's a really weird way of putting it. His dad's like a musician, doesn't have electric and all those things, but he was building a new house that would keep the kids safe and that. So I don't think you should say people are Amishy. I don't even know if that's the proper thing to say, to be fair. Sorry if it's not a right thing to say. So yes, so that's the update in Gus's. It's not a good update, I'm afraid, but hopefully the parents are together. Yeah, but the mum was living with her mum and the mum's partner for a while. Well, Josh had bought like this like barn and stuff, and he was doing up this house for him and the kids, and it was a bit weird. Like we talked about it before, because when the Daily Mail contacted the father at first to go and find out like what his side of the story was, he took them around this new house and was like, look what I did here, look what I did here, look, I've done the plumbing myself and all of this. And it was all a bit like, yeah, but what about Gus? Like, it was all a bit strange. He said he was never allowed to the property because the grandparents wouldn't allow him there. So there seems to be some friction with the family anyway.